APY, the organized level, we are working together. And especially during Dr. Levy, when he took over the Indian national movement as the president. He's very young, he's the youngest president in the history of the Indian YMCA.
Today there are 588 affiliated local YMCAs with National Council YMCAs India, and also 450 non-affiliated local YMCAs across India. The source is in YMCA India in the website.
At the age of 10, I am joining the YMCA. My father is the honorary secretary in Kerala. At that time, he bring me to the YMCA for reading Bible and singing songs.
Dr. Levi Philip Matthew is here, and we have also Honorable Treasurer, Mr. Raviraj Satyapal Shettiar is also with us, and we are very privileged. One of the lady guests is with us. She is the chairperson of National Women Forum and member of National Executive Committee and National Council of YMCAs India. We have also NGS of India, Mr. R.P. Manikumar Charlapalli. Let us give a big hand to our. So we have also our president, Mr. Babu Marcos. He is also the president of APY.
I want to welcome all of you here, and it was a great privilege. They have a very short visit. Actually, they are leaving tomorrow early in the morning, but we didn't wait this busy schedule. They give us some time to visit the dormitory. Especially, I'm interested to invite them here because yesterday the National Council of YMCAs, they celebrate their 125 years. Many of you, already show in the Facebook, all the photographs. And yesterday, I delivered a keynote speech. So to ready my keynote speech, so I go through the, history to go to the internet to dig the history of the Indian YMCA. And then I find there's the first Indian National General Secretary, because the YMCA started in India. It was 1857. Just after 10 years, the establishment of the London YMCA. And on those days, actually, is the British and the American missionaries and this white people, they actually run the YMCA. So Mr. Katie Paul, he's the first Indian National General Secretary.
Emergencies with exorbitant interest. Christians living in this region at that time was not financially solvent. As a result, there was a need for alternative thinking to get rid of financial hardship.
Today I am really happy to see your faces. All of your faces I see only in the Facebook. Different programs. Babu is my friend, so I got all the photos and uses. Anyway, Babu explains the cooperative sector in India. 2016, 100 years before, KG Paul started the cooperative movement in India. Now India's largest banking sector. So I'm happy that Babu is leading this movement. A young man, upcoming leader of the world YMCA. Every day we are praying for Babu and team. We are expecting the next World Alliance president.
We don't feel that you are all somebody else. We feel that you are all our brothers and sisters. The once upon a time, we lived together, we ate together, and we stayed together. Is it not? So coming here, so it was really very wonderful to see once again my fellow brothers and sisters of this part.
Definitely, under the leadership of Mr. Marcus Gomez, the credit union and of course the YMCA movement will go into greater heights. I'm very sure about it, and we all are praying for that. YMCA movement in Asia Pacific Alliance, after he took charge as the president, I know what all changes happened there. And unlike in credit union, we saw the presentation and we know from where to where it is and where it will go. And likewise, YMCA and this credit union both will go in a greater height. We are praying for that. And definitely, as we all wish, Mr. Babu Marcus Gomez will be the world president.
This is no more visible now, but I feel the necessity of such programs for our young people to broaden their outlook and networking. Capacity building of our professional staffs could another important area. We signed a MOU during 2015 between India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka.
A very good evening to one and all. It's with immense pleasure I stand before you as a part of Indian YMCA. And it is with great privilege I'm telling you that I'm here in Bangladesh. As I said, I'm feeling that I'm in India only with my brothers and sisters. Never feel that I'm in a different country.
I pray and thank God for the National Council of YMCAs of Bangladesh, which is becoming stronger and stronger as we have gathered here. May God, who is our soul, life, mercy and love, bless us as individuals and the organization we are part of. I wish that Bangladesh YMCA will be blessed with stronger leadership by involving youth to carry on new challenges in the years to come.
I'm very happy today that I have been elevated to as the General Secretary of the Bangladesh. Because I thought they were only joking in the afternoon, but today, in front of all of you, they made me, because the President Nemal was reading, about the exchange programs. I didn't know that this is also an exchange program of exchanging the General Secretaries between India and Bangladesh.
Today, we have all the YMCA leaders here, all the ecumenical leaders, especially the YMCA, YWCA, and the Christian Association, the Credit Union, as well as Hagai Alumni Bangladesh General Secretaries here. So it's a great occasion, and there are a lot of women leaders. They are supporting, they are working for this community here in Bangladesh. So on behalf of the Asia Pacific Alliance of YMCAs, I want to greet all of you.
He is a good president, and he can go up in the national level or world level, president of the YWCA, probably. In such a way, there will be so many members in the YMCAs all over the world. First of all, I am happy that the delegates from my own country. I am thinking of one thing, the YMCA. The origin and the scope of the YMCA was stand on Christian principles. That is a basic one. Christian principles. And in that case, I notice YMCA is doing lot of work.
Warm greetings from the National Council of YMCAs of India. It gives me an immense pleasure and honor this evening to be with you at this reception. At the very outset, I would like to thank National Council of YMCAs of Bangladesh for inviting us to visit the Bangladesh YMCA.
I'd like to convey my greetings and felicitation on behalf of Bangladesh Christian Association, which is also an organization working like YMCA movement in Bangladesh and throughout the world.
I am behalf of National YMCAs of Bangladesh and on my Bogura YMCA behalf convey deep regards and heartily thanks to all the guests in dais and audience.
At this stage, I would like to request Mr. Somaran Rachel to deliver his welcome speech, an official one.
You all will be glad to know that National Council of YMCAs of India wants to support National Council YMCAs of Bangladesh by providing training for our staff members, young people and women. NCY of India is going to organize 3-month long training for General Secretary of local YMCAs.
We are making a new start. We are having a new vision. The vision that will definitely transform our movement, transform our lives, transform the lives of people of this area, in the subcontinent.
Let us give thanks to the Lord for His love and blessings that He has showered upon us in the past years. He has guided us and strengthened us for His glory and to serve the society through the YMCA movement.
At the very outset, I want to thank the National Council of YMCAs of Bangladesh for inviting me to attend the annual general body meeting. The legacy which the National Council of YMCAs of Bangladesh has been carrying forward for the last 40 long years is highly appreciable. This meeting is important in several aspects. I am glad enough to know that the National Council of YMCAs of Bangladesh has achieved a lot in the past 40 years.
I'm very happy today once again to bring greetings from all the YMCAs around the world, especially the Indian YMCAs. The Indian YMCAs in India, 1,000 YMCAs, and we have 25 YMCAs in different countries like Gulf or Europe. Our own YMCAs, not anybody's YMCA. We have our own properties there. So I welcome and greeting all of you.
Today is a very special day for us because this is the first time ever in the history the Indian National Council, President, NGS, the Treasurer, the General Committee Chairperson, they are visiting us.
আমরা সকলে অবহিত রয়েছি যে YMCA পৃথিবীর একটি প্রাচীন যুব আন্দোলন যা 1844 খ্রিস্টাব্দে লন্ডনে স্যার জর্জ উইলিয়ামস এর আন্তরিক উদ্যোগে প্রতিষ্ঠা লাভ করে।
সাভার ওয়াইএমসিকে এই জমিটি দান করেছেন আমাদের এপিওয়াই প্রেসিডেন্ট মিস্টার বাবু মার্তুজ গমেজ এবং মার্শিয়া মিলি গমেজ। তাদের পরিবার আমাদের সাভার ওয়াইএমসিকে দিয়েছে, এর জন্য আমাদের সাভার ওয়াইএমসির পক্ষ থেকে তাদেরকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানাই। We are very grateful to Mr. Babu Martuj and Marshia Mili Gomez family who donated this land for us, for Sabar YMCA, and always we keep them in our touch for loving us.
Sabar YMCA leaders, president, direct board members, other leaders from different places from the Bangladesh and my colleagues. I am happy to unveil this slab. My leader, Mr. Babu Marcus and Millie Gomez is donating this land, that I am happy. For the extension of this work, they give this land for the Sabar YMCA.
I want to thank all of you to come this program, and especially you know there are 12 YMCAs in Bangladesh, so Shabar is the youngest one, and all the YMCA we have our own land except Shabar. So it was a long struggling because nowadays the land value is very high, especially this area. So several times we looking for to buy, but that the budget was not permitted even for the National Council. So then I talked with my wife, as I am representing Shabar YMCA, and as the Shabar YMCA, they don't have any land. So for sustainable for the organization, we need a place, space. So then we decide to donate this land to the Shabar YMCA. And I really wish Shabar YMCA they can use this land wisely, properly. So through this facility, they can help the community and work with the community.
We thank you for the leadership of Bangladesh YMCA. We thank you for the leadership of Sabar YMCA. And we thank you for the people who are responsible for giving this land. And we also pray that you will take care of the future construction and help us to realize our dream come true, so that we all will come once again and enjoy in the place in the new construction.
level, through YMCA, we are trying our best to involve our youth in seasonal sports, church activities, and social development program in integrity of religious faith and infinity. We advise, suggestions, and multi-dimensional guidance was to help us go forward in your future to achieve the goal and objective of this organization.
আপনারা দোয়া করবেন যাতে আমি পড়ালেখা শেষ করে একটা ভালো প্রতিষ্ঠানে চাকরি করতে পারি।
Firstly, I want to thank our Lord for guiding us properly throughout the year with our local organization, as well as for helping to maintain correspondence with the national body.
Thank you very much again, Sabha YMCA, for arranging such event. They have shown in their presentation the activities Sabha YMCA carrying out.
I totally welcome everyone for being present with us this evening on behalf of Sabha YMCA and on behalf of the citizens of Sabha, and I especially thank everyone for taking up your special time and being here with us.
Two or three things happened today. One is that Mr. Babu Marcos Gomes and his wife, Marcia Mary Gomes, they have given 10 decimal of land for Shabar YMCA, which is a very historical and very remarkable things happened today in Shabar YMCA after 30 years. And at the same time, our friends from India, they have declared they will provide us 5 lakh rupees for making a building over there. So it is very important for us.
I understand the Sabha YMCA has more than 250 members here. They do a wonderful job here. They support the poor and needy people. Good charity program they conducted here. Before 2 hours, we visited the whole land of Sabha YMCA, donated by our leader Babu and Millie. Anyway, on behalf of the Indian YMCA, I am thanking Babu and family for give that land.
Thanks, our friend, on behalf of all the members of the Bangladesh YMCA for your generous support, inspiration. Just now, you gave the inspiration to Johnny. I think that's the great gift ever I get, Johnny, get from you. And this inspiration lead him to work more closely and more with enthusiasm for the betterment of the YMCA and for the community. So, thank you, Ravi. I hope you will be visit soon, because we have our assembly in 2019 in Tojansu in Japan. This time actually APY forum was supposed to be in India, but as the Japan, they are also interested, so they generously give the opportunity to Japan to host the assembly.